The island at the end of the world. Robert had spent years searching for real adventures. As a freelance journalist, he traveled to the most remote corners of the world, telling stories that few had ever heard. When he learned about an island in the South Atlantic Ocean, home to only 250 people with no airport, he knew he had to go. Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited island in the world. Getting there wasn't easy. He had to board a cargo ship from South Africa, facing 6 long days on rough ocean waves. Standing on the bow deck, all he could see was endless water. He wondered how could people live in such an isolated place. Finally, one morning, through the thick ocean mist, a small mountainous island emerged. A volcanic peak stood at its center with tiny metal-roofed houses scattered along its slopes, entering an unknown world. As Robert stepped onto the shore, the islanders greeted him warmly. Visitors were rare, especially someone from the modern world. A middle-aged man named George invited him to his home. George's house was simple, an old fireplace, furniture that seemed from a different era, and books passed down through generations. Pouring tea for Robert, George said, "Here, we live like one big family. We share everything. The bread comes from our wheat fields, the meat from the cows we raise. We only have electricity for a few hours a day, but no one complains." Robert looked out the window. There were no cars, no supermarkets, no modern technology. Only untouched nature, the ocean, and a silence that meant something different in his noisy world. The secrets of Tristan da Cunha. A few days later, Robert met Thomas, an 85-year-old islander who had witnessed a disaster in his youth. In 1961, the island's volcano erupted, forcing all residents to evacuate to the UK. But despite better living conditions there, they all chose to return after 2 years. Curious? Robert asked. "Why did you come back?" "Life must have been easier there." Thomas smiled and said, "Maybe. But this is our home. Fresh air, the sea, and people who truly care for each other. Money means nothing here. We don't need more than this." Returning to the modern world, after 2 weeks on the island, as Robert prepared to leave, he realized something had changed inside him. He was no longer just a journalist chasing exciting stories. He had discovered a new perspective on life. As the ship sailed away, he looked back at the shore, where 250 people lived in quiet isolation, completely detached from the modern world, yet full of contentment. If you enjoyed these captivating and mysterious stories, subscribe to our channel for more tales from strange and unknown places.